I see all good people. Oh. Some of you understand what the significance of making a humming sound like om or aw or whatever you choose, whatever the circumstances dictate, as a means of focusing and concentrating one's awareness upon one's chest, where one is breathing, where the vibration of one humming becomes very interesting and opens up one's whole chest area, including one's heart, nestled between our left and right lungs. It is here then we begin to experience a greater sense of awareness, a greater sense of sensitivity, a greater sense of perception to what? To ourselves. Where is our foundation? Therein it is within. We are first physical. Take away life, is just a blob there. So our physicality is extremely important. We all know this. It's a product of our DNA evolving us from a single marriage of a sperm and egg, from one cell to 1 trillion upon birth, 37 trillion today. What do you say? Do you think these cells are inactive, or do you think they're alive and vibrating with energy as they are? What do you think the function of the oxygen we breathe is, if not to facilitate this, being here now? Bundles of miracles, everyone, with the capacity to be humbled before the majesty of the immensity of creation, even within ourselves, behind the tip of our nose, 37 trillion cells, busy keeping one alive. This whole being of which we are, our Homo sapiens evolutionary result, which is what we are, before us, each of us, right now, breathing with a greater sense of awareness, feeling the pulse of one's heart beating somewhere, anywhere, everywhere, feeling one's body undulating with the pulsation created by your heart squeezing blood through its chambers and out into the arterial bloodstreams. This is happening approximately 90,000 times a day. How often are we aware of this mechanism, this process of life? 90,000 times a day. We breathe 20,000 times a day. How often are we cognizant of our breathing, of our breath? It is in this way we can help remember whom we are, being aware of our processes like circulation and respiration. This is why we talk about them. This is why one can practice them and gather one's own sense of concentration and focus by working with what we already are familiar with. And then rather than taking it for granted, we begin to study our processes of ourselves being alive and what this means. This is mindful meditation. Why am I in this universe? There are 6 questions. Thomas Wilson, a famous 16th century rhetorician, player of words and meaning, around 1560, exclaimed there are 6 questions which revolve around any subject, like planets around the sun. These 6 questions will solidify a basic great answer for oneself. The 3 long W's: what, when, where. The 2 short W's: who and why. And the 1 H, how, are the 6 questions. What, when, where, who, why, how. Of course, one need be honest, both asking the questions and in soliciting one's answers. Meditation steps in, helping us remain calm and composed when we realize things that are not what we might wish them to be, need positive change, need to be nurtured in better directions, open-minded and receptive to what the result is. We all know. We know everything. We are bundles of miracles. We understand much more than we let on or put on or wish to know. We know a lot. Being here now, remembering just a little bit of it, your breath. That's all I'm asking of you to do. And your pulse. That's two things. And then let's add a third. Remember the heat emanating from your body. Feeling your heat. Feeling your pulse. Putting your hands together. Feeling your pulse in your fingertips. In your thumbs. In your palms. In your whole body undulating with the energy of your pulse, of your heart's activity, of the thermal warmth being created, being distributed by our bloodstream. This is what's going on. Oh. This is what it is. Being here, following one's own bodily processes, pulse, breath, warmth emanating through our skins. One kind of energy. There are many communications with the environment outside of our skin. Our thoughts, our gazes, our actions, our implications, everything under the sun is in communication. The energy is flowing regardless of wanting or not. And what about a fourth? What about this shimmering majesty we spoke of at first? What about this? 37 trillion cells, feeling one's body quaking beneath the undulations, the pulse, the breath, the rising and subsiding of one's lungs and diaphragm. Beneath all of these things is the omnipresent what? One's life. Being alive. It is here. It is now, and in a sense, it is eternal. Picking it out, becoming more aware. If one has hands together, feeling this warmth, feeling one's pulse, feeling beneath the pulse. There is a subtle vibration, a slight shimmering of activity. This is what we're looking to find. When I began meditating on a physical process basis and I wanted to feel my pulse, and just sitting there without doing anything, and as a beginner, I couldn't even feel it. It was a little scary. I immediately went to find my pulse with my 2 fingers from one hand on the wrist crease of the opposite hand underneath the thumb. At the wrist crease, push in slightly, and you will find your radial artery adjacent to the radial bone, which brings oxygenated blood into one's hand. And you can feel the pulse of this. And then all of a sudden, feeling this, you begin to sense the pulse in other locations. Perhaps you sense the whole body undulating now with this pulsing energy of your heart. It is here. 90,000 times a day. And this is the beginning of mindful meditation. It is this simple. Don't confuse or construct an edifice where none need be had. It is in laying down or sitting or standing. It is in everyday life. It is you being aware. of just whom we are. Bundles of miracles, humbled in our realization of the magnitude as well as majesty of creation. If you like the word God, then choose your own unique word. Godliness is virtuous. So, as much as one wants to learn about meditation and can do so easily as we are showing ourselves, having a goal of something one wishes to accomplish with their meditation skills is important. So mindful meditation is for improving oneself, to make a direction, to take one's hands upon one's helm, steering wheel, rudder, and guide oneself into activities of self-improvement, little steps of realizing where and being receptive to realization that things are not always perfect, certainly not. And the oscillation of energy which we all represent in this physical, oscillating, energetic universe is a sense of understanding and compassion and kindness. Things don't always go what we consider to be the most right way. Yet we can learn from all of them. This is the positive direction. This is the glass half full rather than half empty. Think about these things. The music's continuing for another minute. Namaste.